Oi biscoitos! Hoje a gente está de volta aqui no canal com um vídeo completamente novo. A gente está de frente do Lyceum Theatre em West End em Londres, porque essa semana vai ser lançado o filme Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Então a gente veio dar uma volta aqui nessa parte que são onde tem os teatros em Londres e assistir o musical. Mas no meio de tudo isso, nesse vídeo a gente vai acompanhar um passeio diferente, que é o Queer Tours of London, com muita história por detrás aqui desses teatros de West End em Londres. Vem biscoito! Biscoitinhos, a gente voltou aqui agora de frente do Lyceum Theatre, porque eu falei pra vocês que a gente ia fazer uma coisa diferente, um passeio diferente. E hoje eu tô aqui com os dois maravilhosos que eu acabei de encontrar, que é o Dan e o Dan. Agora a gente muda, vai aperta a tecla SAP aí e a gente vai falar em inglês. First of all, would you like to say thank you very much to be with us and to show us all these new things that you guys showing to us. How is it started the project? How was the beginning? Who is behind this? I can see the motivation, the excitement behind your eyes. Can you guys just explain how was the start? Who is behind? Who are you guys? But have a look, my friends.
Well, Queer Tour started 5 years ago, didn't it, in 2016, and it was in preparation for a big anniversary in 2017.
Oh, I see.
Which was 50 years since the partial decriminalisation of homosexuality in this country. So it was started by our friend Dan. Everyone in Queer Tours is called Dan or Danny. That's
Dan Glass is this one.
Dan Glass is this
look
one.
Look at that name.
Yeah, we've been on it since the beginning, haven't we, Dan?
Yeah, and also in this country there's been lots of different anniversaries every year, which has been very useful from a Queer Tours of London perspective to
cool.
kind of commemorate and celebrate. But then 2018 was the 30th anniversary of something called Section 28.
Oh, that's very nice.
Which was...
Well, no, it's not very nice. No, it's not.
Danny, do you want to tell anyone what Section 28 is?
Section 28 was a law introduced by Margaret Thatcher in 1988, which banned the promotion of homosexuality in public settings. So in schools, hospitals, healthcare, anything, you weren't allowed to say anything that in any way could be considered promoting homosexuality. So if you're a teacher, a doctor, anything like a civil servant, you're not allowed to be out at work, you're not even allowed to talk about having a partner of the same gender or so on. And that law lasted from 1988 until 2003. So both of us went to school under Section 28, which is why we never received any sort of relationship and sex education that was relevant to our identities. So yeah, that was a big commemoration.
Foi babado, tá? Se você não aprendeu com a tecla SAP, aperta aí que eu vou colocar a legenda ali embaixo. Come with us, biscoitos.
Vera Tilly, who was performing from the late 19th century. She started her performing career in 1870 at 5 years old, and already she was a male impersonator at that time. That was Vera Tilly's thing. She was a male impersonator, what we'd probably now refer to as a drag king. Of course, we love drag kings.
Yeah.
Drag kings have been around just as long as drag queens have, and they're finally now getting a little bit of the spotlight, not as much as they deserve. But Vera Tilly, absolutely in the spotlight. She was an incredibly popular performer.
Acorda, Brasil. A gente precisa entrar nessa época, nesse tempo. Vamos trazer todo esse orgulho pra fora, deixar as pessoas serem o que elas são. Agora a gente vai pro próxima parada, que tá babado. Já veio a história da carochinha e um monte de coisa. É isso que eu falo pra vocês. Olha eu segurando o microfone. Aquela que não tem aptidão com a câmera. Vem com a gente, biscoito. A gente agora tá aqui andando no West End. E a gente chegou em mais um teatro. E existem agora vários teatros aqui na frente, atrás de vocês, na verdade, que vocês vão conseguir visualizar. Os meninos já estão ali na frente, nos esperando para que a gente possa falar e ver o próxima parada. E como vocês podem ver, aqui é uma região com vários teatros. Mas eles deixaram pra gente esse daqui, que é incrível, lindo, é luxo, é glamour, é Londres.
Our third stop is just around the corner. It's at Bow Street's Magistrate Courts to learn all about Fanny and Stella.
Oh God! E por enquanto a gente vai passando aqui nessa rua cheia de restaurantezinhos deliciosos, viu? Biscoitinhos, agora a gente chegou aqui na nossa terceira parada, que é o Royal Opera House.
If I know you as well as I think I know you, you are absolutely going to love this stop.
You're going to love it.
Yes, we are outside the Royal Opera House, but I don't care about that. I want you to turn around and look at that. Are you doing it?
Yes, I'm doing. Oh God, it is the police station. I just want to know the references.
This is Bow Street Magistrates Court. Obviously not anymore, but in 1870 it was Bow Street's Magistrate Court, and I want to tell you and your viewers the story of Ernest Bolton and Frederick Park, or as they were better known, we've got Fanny and Stella. Well, let me tell you more about them, Elio. The thing about Fanny and Stella is that they have been arrested. What is their crime? I'll tell you, for conspiring and inciting persons to commit an unnatural offence. What does that mean? An unnatural offence. What does that mean? What is the unnatural offence? Well, they are two male-born people dressed as women, and their trial took place here at Bow Street's Magistrate Court. Let's go on.
Biscoitinhos, agora a gente chegou aqui na nossa quarta parada, a gente está na Endell Street, continuamos aqui em West End. Vamos perguntar para eles o que é essa nova parada, porque eu tô num lugar maravilhoso. Vocês estão acompanhando nas imagens esse trajeto, uma nova perspectiva. Não tem só balada, boate, tem muita coisa pra gente fazer. So guys, where we are now, I can see something somewhere beautiful.
But I want to talk to you about this doorway here, 81 Endell Street. It doesn't look like much today, but if you lived in London in the 1930s, this was the place to be, Elio. I would bet you £100 you'd be here every Friday, Saturday night.
I'm going already there. It was in the past, but I'm going now. So tell me why.
So this was the Caravan Club. Now the Caravan Club, and it was called that because it looks like sort of traveller caravans. That's the style, that's the aesthetic of inside.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it was a secret gay club. You really had to know about it to be invited to go there. But soon, there was someone else that knew about this club, the police.
As always.
As always. And actually, ironically, this photo was taken by the police. So the very organisation that existed to persecute, to oppress gay people, we can now use their own evidence to celebrate and commemorate these stories, these stops and these lives. I want to tell you more about the police just around the corner. Delighted to bring you here because this is my favourite stop and this is my favourite alleyway in London. It's as rich as the urine.
Yes,
the heritage.
It's something strong
Yes.
here. It's not something that you just look at, it's something random. No, there's history here.
So this building behind me doesn't look like much now, but in the 1930s, this was called Billy's Club. And if I lived in the 1930s, this is where I would be. You might be at the Caravan Club, but I'll be here at Billy's Club.
I might be in both as
You
well.
might be in both on the
might be
same
in
night.
both
Yes.
on the same
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. So this was a club which kind of experimented with gender and sexual identity. It was a performance space as much as it was a nightclub.
That's
really,
lovely.
really fascinating. And so people who, using today's terminology, we might describe as genderqueer or non-binary or trans or whatever they might be, would have gone to this club. And boys aged 18, 19, 20 with their hair done just so, with their nails painted, with their face full of makeup, in the 1930s being like that.
That's wonderful.
It's so brave. And now, soon, this club, Billy's Club, again, caught the attention of the police. Now, you might not have heard of the pretty police, but this is a tactic used by the Metropolitan Police in this country, in this time, to find their most attractive and youngest of police officers who would go into clubs like this, pretend to be gay, give you a nudge, give you a wink, offer to buy you a drink. As soon as you reciprocated, out come the handcuffs, you are arrested and you face a 2-year prison sentence.
Faz a louca não, quando vier pra cá, liga pras minhas amigas, viu? Biscoitinhos, a gente chegou aqui na nossa última parada, que é um dos teatros, na minha opinião, os mais conhecidos ao redor do mundo, que é onde está sendo apresentado Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Você já ouviu falar? A gente vai fazer algumas mostras, imagens na verdade por ali. E é como eu estou dizendo para vocês, tem tanta coisa para fazer nessa cidade. Pega a sua sacola, meu amor, e sai batendo, porque tem lugar. Vamos lá perguntar para eles a história disso pra gente finalizar essa parte. Hi guys, what is here?
So one of the things I love most about this tour is how gender diverse it is. I think there's a tendency in looking at queer history to make it sort of cis-gay history.
Yeah.
We've already talked about some really great women and perhaps genderqueer icons, and we're about to talk about another one right now.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes, we're going to talk about Maud Allen's announcement of her lesbianism was quite a dramatic moment in British popular culture.
Oh, I see.
So, in 1915, which is in the middle of the First World War, Maud Allen is inside this building right here, dancing in Oscar Wilde's Salome.
It's like I've been saying to you, love is love. That's the purpose, the meaning that we are here showing you guys. We have been invited to show you guys this queer tour. We're talking about places, stories that happened 100 years ago. But our fight, it's now, 2021. I've been hearing the stories the guy is telling to us about criminal reporters, oppressions. But in the end, what I'm here is they are just describing parties, happy moments. Just give it a call to the guys and you're going to enjoy this queer tour with us. Biscoitinhos, depois de todo esse passeio, todo esse enriquecimento cultural que a gente teve com o Queer Tours of London, a gente chegou aqui na frente do Apollo Theatre para poder assistir o musical Everybody's Talking About Jane. Próxima vez que você pensar em vir para o Reino Unido, visit Britain. Eu vou pedir para vocês se inscreverem, comentarem, deixarem o seu like. E isso é Londres.